Hey there guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since my last upload, so I figured I'd make a little update video on how the truck's going. So obviously the intercooler's in. I like the look of it a lot. The grill just would not fit, so we just cut off all the little mounting tabs on it so it would just look a little better. I think it looks great like this. I also bought some LED headlights. They work pretty well. I've never been able to actually test them on the road because it doesn't run. But I mean, they look pretty good sitting in the driveway. I also got some new LEDs for the marker lights. Yeah, just cause, you know. So obviously there's no radiator in it, and that's because while I was putting the intercooler in, I actually busted a hole in it. I'll pull up a picture of that. But yeah, in the garage right now I have a brand new aluminum radiator from Summit Racing. So that should be pretty sweet. The turbo's off right now too. I did put it on actually. I don't think I made a video. In the second intercooler install video, I was trying to put it on, but I eventually had to take it off again and do some more things. You actually had to widen the holes that were in the turbo or something like that. I don't know. I'll pull up a picture of what I did. I know I did take pictures of that. So yeah, it's off for a rebuild right now. When I put it in, it should be great. Stock turbo exhaust housing diameter is a 21, or no, I don't know if it's diameter or whatever, but it's a 21 centimeter. And the new turbo I'm putting on it is a 12 centimeter housing. Yeah, it's the exhaust housing. There we go. So it should spool a lot faster and just sound a lot better. Keeping on with the exhaust theme, I do have a 4-inch straight pipe going all the way back from Diamond Dye in the mail right now. It's coming tomorrow, so I'm pretty hyped on that. I got to get going on the turbo rebuild. I also have this ICT billet intake manifold. Not an intake manifold, intake plate, whatever you want to call it. It was 80 bucks. I just like the look out of it more than the stock one, and the stock one just was not doing it for me. I'm deleting the grid heater just because I live in California. It doesn't really get too cold here. And I don't know, just would have been hard to, it just doesn't look good, you know? Billet, I like billet. So this is a 1st gen intake horn. And I was originally going to use 1st gen intake piping for the intercooler. But after further research and just like looking at it, I would have had to make it go up, down here, which is the shape of it, and go under all this crap right here, which is mostly hard lines and would be basically impossible. So I've decided to switch over to 2nd gen intercooler piping. And I got it from Pusher Intakes. And I have an intake horn coming from S&B, which, yeah, I'll pull up a picture right now. It was like 300 bucks, which is pretty damn expensive, but none of the other companies would ship to California, so you got to do what you got to do. Apparently, from what I read on the forums, you have to take this grid heater spacer out and just use shorter bolts and just put the intake horn down that way. But even if you do that, you're going to have to take the hood insulation out and maybe even this light right here, which I'm probably going to do. It looked pretty sweet that way anyway, just straight red. Pretty cool, you know? Moving on to the fuel side of things. I'll move this grid heater out of the way. Literally like 10 minutes ago, I just put this on, a high volume, low pressure lift pump. I'm gonna be making a separate video. In fact, I did just film it. It's all at editing right now. It might be out before this video, honestly. But yeah, it was a pretty easy install. You just had to trim away some of the insulation with like a grinder. Next on the fuel side of things, kind of what I have to do now, not what I have done. I have to take this apart, put the governor spring and the fuel pin in it. Those are both from the Hungry Diesel, which is a good company to use. I'm not sponsored by them, but maybe if I was in the future, that'd be pretty cool. They do ship to California and other companies don't, which is cool because even though this is a smog exempt truck, I can't get things like the straight pipe or anything like that to California because of those stupid laws. I had to go through so much getting that exhaust here. It was like insane. Yeah. In other things, just that I don't blow a head gasket, I did order power-driven diesel head bolts, and I'm going to be installing those soon. They say they handle up to 550 to 600 horsepower, which is perfect for me because I'm only really going to be shooting for 400 or 450. 450 probably max on this thing, just because these VE pumps aren't really known for making much power. But yeah, that's about it on the engine side. I'm going to move over to the interior now, which there's not much on the interior either, so. Oh, shit. Oh. Grid heaters right there. There we go. Grab something real quick. There we go. So here's an outside view of the truck. I do like the look of the LED headlights. I think it looks a lot more aggressive and just nicer that way. I'm saving up right now for some 20x12 wheels. My dream wheels would probably be American Forces, but saving up for some TISs right now. Hey, they look kind of the same, you know. I'm deciding between either chrome or the black wheels with the milled insides. I'll pull a picture up of both of them. Yeah, I got the stock exhaust off. Very, very restricted. You can just see that. I mean, this dent was there when I took it off, so. And that massive muffler, too. Getting rid of all that, going to a straight pipe, you know. Gonna be sweet. All right. So interior looks basically the same. If you're wondering, I saw a comment on one of my videos about this roll cage. The previous owner was really into overlanding, and he just put this roll cage in for some shit, what do you call it? Just for some added security. Yeah, there's the word. So if he rolled it over or anything, he'd be safe. There's also some MREs and a fire extinguisher under the seat. So yeah, he's pretty serious about it. In my room right now, I have a boost gauge and a boost gauge mount from Glow Shift. I'm gonna be putting it right here in the dash. I'll pull up a picture of that too. Yeah, but for the most part, the interior is gonna be stock. In the future, I might swap in some newer Dodge seats and get rid of the bench seat, but for now, I'm just gonna stick with this. The goal is to have this truck running by the end or the middle of this month, which is May, and right now it is May 2nd. So I'm doing pretty well. I'm gonna work on it every single day after school. Yeah, I feel like I'm on the right track. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll probably upload some more tutorials and stuff soon. But yeah, thanks.